Hello everyone and welcome to another Eugene, where Eugene is viewing things. As you can see, the beard is gone, the stash has stayed, and some gadgets have been added in order for me to determine with surgical precision whether you quantized your kits or not. This is another public drum shaming by Eugene R, where R stands for roasting. Thank you very much for your submissions. If you would like to submit your own video for this review, please make sure that you watch the rules first before sending me your stuff. Before we dive in, please keep in mind that you can always support me on my Patreon. Any help is appreciated, and it's gonna obviously speed up the process. It's gonna help me make these videos more often. I also wanted to apologize for my long absence, but I've been busy with other things like university and private life and other things. So we're back making these reviews once again, and I'm very excited. I don't recall anything good or bad about my last review, so I'm gonna skip that for now. Not gonna give myself the worst reviewer award this time. Also, as you can see, I'm missing the microphone. I'm recording the audio from the phone. Let me know if it's actually decent quality. If it is, then it's actually much easier to do it this way. This is gonna be batch number 7, and here you can see the 10 brave entries for today. So without any hesitation, let's start with the first entry. This one is from Dmitry Shabanov. This is Death the Philosopher drum cover. Pearl Demon drives. Is the kick triggered or just mic'd? I really don't know. The snare is punchy. Tight and precise. Death is challenging and technical. It's a piece drum kit, a budget drum kit. Triplet impulse on the hi-hat. Very nice. He hits the bass drum very softly, and it sounds quite nice and punchy. Either super compressed, resampled, triggered, really don't know. Nice. Very precise, very cool, very impressive. Ooh, simple choke with the kicks. Awesome, love it. This is the best part. Ghost notes. Oh, yes. Nice. Nice dynamics. Great. This is great. That last pattern is awesome. Thank you very much for this submission. The good stuff. Probably everything. I really digged it. Precise and tight performance. I am ashamed to admit that I'm not that much familiar with this particular song of Death, so I cannot really proofread your drum parts, like whether you played it correct or not. If you did, it did seem technical and everything was spot on. Very cool. The hi-hat patterns, the ride, the ghost notes, the kick patterns, everything was very cool. The dynamics were very nice. Also, like from what I believe I saw, that it's a piece drum kit, which is a rather cheap one. It sounded very cool in my opinion. Also, the camera work was nice, the sound was good, everything was nice. The bad stuff. Don't have that much to say here. The only thing that I could maybe expect from you a bit more of the body juice, so to say, that so like the face was there, the technical parts were there, but you were a little bit too shy when you were like just kind of patting the drum kit on the head. You could go a little bit more with more hatred in there, but this is just my 2 cents. Maybe you don't prefer to play it like that, so whatever. Awesome, very good. Let's move on. Submission number 2 from Daniel Alejandro Perez Navarro. Medusa 0 tuner drum playthrough. Drum tuner. Woo. Yes, you see? This is a bit more aggressive and energetic. This is what I was talking about in the first entry. Hammer blast. Yeah. Wow, yes. Oh, you see? This is cool. I can feel the energy. Bam. Yes! He fucking destroys that kit. Awesome. Cool pattern. He's like opening the hi-hat not on the upbeat but on the downbeat. This is rather unusual. This is full on camera sound. So powerful. What's that? That was weird. Back to banging. A bit tense. Ooh. Yeah, it's cool. Hi-hat floor tone. And it's like to get like kind of like 2-stroke gallops in between the hi-hat and floor, I think. Okay, thank you very much. This was very, very enjoyable. The good stuff. I absolutely love the energy, the hatred, the anger, the passion that you put into the strokes. All of that was super cool. I would take this kind of performance any day over something that is super precise, technical, extreme, and just like soulless. This had soul and fire in it. And this is awesome because this is music, this is emotions, this is passion. It was there. Very nice sounding kit for camera sound, if that was camera sound. In my opinion, all of that was pretty cool. Highly tuned snare, nice balance between cymbals, drums, kick, especially kick. Kick was, of course, low frequency, but what can you expect? It was decent because you didn't have any super fast, long double bass patterns, so this was kind of okay-ish. The bad stuff. First of all, I'm gonna start with the blast beats. Of course, you saw me mentioning how stiff you were. You see the veins in my hands. This is something maybe is kind of happening to you as well. No arm movement. Try to limit that. Try to go more wrist. Try to go more fingers, and then you should be fine. You need to learn how to relax because you won't be able to push those blast beats very fast for very long with full arm movement and brute force. Something that I mentioned many times in previous reviews, but you know, these were short blasts you kind of somehow struggled through. But in the future, if you want to play long, fast blasts, then consider switching to wrist and fingers. Anything else, honestly, not that much in terms of technique, performance. I did really enjoy most of the stuff. In terms of quality of the production, of course, better cameras, more microphones, better audio sound. But it was cool, you know, for the starters, this is always good. At least you put out something, and this is of, let's say, decent quality to demonstrate what you can do as a drummer, and then from here on you take this as a basis and try to grow, try to always improve and look for bigger things. You're on the right path, just keep doing what you do and make sure that you love what you're doing. So, thank you, and let's move on. Submission number 3 from Dominik Kö. Let's see some foot cam. Wannabe triplet double bass. Okay. Okay, that's it. Alright, so let's watch it again. Yes. Pretty stiff movement. A lot of upper leg, just a little bit of ankles, but more upper leg. What kind of pedals are those? Tricks? Or demon drives? Maybe it's tricks? Not sure. Okay, so that was it. So the good stuff, the speed is definitely there. Very actually impressive and precise. Like, we're judging mostly the double bass here, okay? So the spacing of the notes was rather good, in my opinion, clean and precise. So there was no syncopations, not that much flams or unison potato double bass. This was rather good. The speed was also there, very nice and clean, rather loud, but I do believe that, you know, it's the camera that was just close to the double bass, so of course it's gonna be loud. The bad stuff, overall the technique does seem like you're using a lot of upper leg and not that much ankles. If you want to go faster, you need to just use smaller muscle groups, okay? So you need to learn how to bounce the footboard like a basketball, use more this instead of this. This is what you do, this is what you need to do. So basically, you know, like your wrist movement, it's exactly very similar to the ankle movement. You just need to learn how to suspend your leg in the air and just move your ankle and rock the footboard. Another thing that I would suggest you to do, I don't know if you were rehearsing to a metronome, but the timing is also something that you need to really pay attention to in order to avoid playing something between normal subdivisions. So like faster than triplets but slower than 16th notes. I had kind of a feeling that this is what was going on here. You were not really certain how many hits you're doing. Rather slow down and make sure that you are aware of the groupings of how much do you play, like per 4, per 3, per 2, and how you're able to count and follow, keep track of all the hits that you're making. Otherwise, you're not going to be on the grid. You're just going to be like a kind of a bit of a chaotic drummer, and this is not something you really want in the modern technical drumming scene. So better slower but tighter. I would recommend you to just record yourself and then see how the hits are aligned to the grid or not. Thank you very much. This was rather cool. Let's move on. This is submission number 4, Bünyamin Haas, which I do believe is kind of like Benjamin. This is Crow Down, Generation of the Lost. Our drummer Büni. Sounds cute. Love. Black and white. Yes. That super mini China on the right side. Okay, double bass. Are those the Minor HCS Schwag budget cymbals? Those are good for practice. I had those. Oh, that China. How big is it? Like 12-inch? Yes. He's in the mood. Very good. And very important. Nice 2/2s. Fast and precise. The future is now. You better remember that. Oh yeah. Flam D beat. Wow, that was cool. Check it out how high he holds the left stick. Very high. And the right one is actually at the edge. Interesting combination. Why is that? Super slow bomb blast. With the fingers. This is cool. Interesting. Nice stick range. Very nice rolls. It does seem like it was heeled down, like almost heeled down. Did you see that? This is awesome. That ending was the best. Okay, thanks. This was very nice. The good stuff. Very nice and tight performance. Nothing super duper technical. Everything that you intended to play, I think you played more or less okay. Unless there were a few hiccups, I thought I might have noticed that it did seem like you were uncertain about things and it just went wrong and you're like, no, let's just continue. Which is absolutely fine. Nice coordination, nice patterns. It was decent. The bad stuff. I could use a little bit more of this thing, since like the music would maybe demand something like that. It's like kind of a hardcore-ish thing, and you could use a little bit more of the body movement and juice. Since you're playing like slower stuff, you have the luxury to do that. You're not gonna get super duper tired. Put more punch into the hits both with your hands and your feet. Especially your foot technique was a little bit kind of weird. I would rather maybe suggest you to play a bit more heel up all the time and stomp more with your upper leg so that you bury the beater harder in the bass drum and kind of squeeze out as much power as you can from the drum. Well, in terms of production, of course, more cameras, more angles. Also, like the foot cam, this is just like a very, very minor thing. I personally really don't like when the foot cam is filmed from the above. I'd rather have it like from the back. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier to see what the foot is doing if you film it from behind. Keep improving. Never stop growing. Let's continue. Okay, just a quick one. This should be submission number 5 from Samantha Kundu. Not sure if I butchered the name, and unfortunately the link is not working. it's broken or something like this, says that maybe the video has been deleted. So if you're watching this, please make sure that you get in touch with me. I have already messaged you, and send me the new video or withdraw. I don't know what you're planning to do, but if you do send me the video, again, I'm gonna include you right in the next batch, so you're not gonna be waiting in the long queue, because it's gonna be unfair. So that's why I have to skip this one, and we're moving to the next submission, the true submission
Number 5.
from Aleksey Glivinskiy. And this is Papa Roach, Between Angels and Insects. Okay, studio footage. Oh, check out the mics. There's like a mic over the rack toms, a mic over the floor toms. Wow, great sounding snare. The snare sounds amazing. Love it. Punchy. Cuts through. Is that a Shure SM57 on the snare? The toms sound also great. Wow, great quality. Very pleasant to my ears to listen to this kind of drum kit. Sounds so nice. Oh yeah, in China, sounds amazing. Ooh, that was a great buzz roll. Yeah, come on, give me a bit more
Swing.
The music is asking for it. The Zildjian Ks. Great cymbals. Wow, it was very cool. Take my money, this was awesome. Thank you very much for this submission. The good stuff. The production, sound, video, the mix of the drums, wow, amazing. I am very, very impressed. This sounded absolutely awesome. Well done.
Well done.
In terms of your performance, very, very tight, in my opinion, precise. You played all the stuff that you were supposed to play. I do believe it's a rather simple song, you know, so there was nothing super duper technical, and you did a great job in my opinion. Nice sounding kit and nice sounding, let's say, more or less powerful punches. The bad stuff, of course, a little bit of Casa Grande body movement here would be also cool to see. You know, you kind of feel the music when it's like swinging and they're like going na 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 na, and you kind of imagine that there's like this thing bursting out of your chest. Would be cool to see a bit more fire in there, but you were doing it, you know, you were in a mood. I felt the energy, so this was overall nice. Keep working on that. Don't be afraid to destroy those drums a bit harder, okay? So harder than last time, and make sure that if you're going to be playing more technical stuff, always keep challenging yourself with more technical drum patterns, more groovy things, depending of course what directions you want to go in, but there's always room to grow for everyone. So awesome, this was very enjoyable, honestly. Let's continue with submission
Number 6.
This is Daniel Nielsen, and this is Statement, Feeling Scared. Let's see how scared we feel. Wow. Okay, great video production. Wow, amazing camera quality. Great footage. Blurry focus and all the stuff, all the cool jazz. The sound does not correspond to the video because there are no mics, so yeah, see, glasses. I'm not sure how much the drum kit is resampled on the recording, because like the snare is like, holy shit, it's like Kiss snare. Sounds great. Is he playing with a wireless in-ear system? For a drummer, it's cool. It's luxury. For somebody who's usually just sitting behind the kit and not moving around too much. I love that he has a huge ass backdrop. This is high budget video, as Craig Reynolds would say. Nice, nice. You know, even if the sound is not from the video, you can tell that he's playing the stuff. Drums. The in-ear says drums. No, it's in-ears, it's not drums. Yeah. Yeah, nice rolls. Nice energy. Yeah. gallops. Those are 2 kick drums. I didn't notice till now. Thought it's a double pedal. That's a tricky pattern. The way he's actually alternating his feet. Not intuitive for me. Yeah. Murder. Very important. This camera. Film from a helicopter. Great, great. Sennheiser. Peisty. Somebody has made the right choices. Well done, thank you for the submission. The good stuff, the production, once again, very, very great video quality. The camera work is awesome, the lights are awesome, the camera movement is cool, everything was super cool. The whole production was very, very fancy. But I do believe that the audio came from the recording and this was just like mimicking the movement, which is absolutely okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You played all the patterns nicely, very tight, of course. It did look like there was a lot of proper movement to the sound. Great energy, great facial expression, good body movement. The bad stuff, I really don't have anything to say. Just keep challenging yourself with technical stuff, groovy stuff. Try to grow in terms of your technique as a drummer, as a performer. So you're on the right path. Like in terms of video production or audio production quality, nothing to improve. At least I cannot give you any good advice because in my opinion it was absolutely awesome. So I had great pleasure watching this video. Okay guys, let's move on. This is submission
number 7.
Alexander Papadopoulos. Greek, I assume? Double strokes. Is that Church Kapita? Strokes are tough. Very tight, very nice. Skank downbeat, double bass. GG. Again, back to slow double strokes. A curious choice, but not an unwelcome one at this tempo. Oh, that's it!
Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, well, this is it. Thank you very much for this submission. The good stuff, very precise. You know, this is a live show. Camera sound with the triggers blasting through your wedge. I have really nothing to say. Double strokes are good for endurance, of course. Even at this slow tempo, if you play for very long, of course, you can save a bit of stamina if you're using double strokes. It's not that easy to say a lot of good stuff about this video, judging from this angle and being this short. The bad stuff, really cannot really say that much. I wish we could have a bit of a different angle to see more of the handwork, and of course maybe the sound from the mixer, although it was still kinda easy to understand what was going on. So please record yourself more. It's very important for growth. You always take a look at yourself from a different, fresh angle. You compare your performance to what you played a year ago, 2 years ago, and then you see, aha, so things are not that bad, I'm improving. This is very important. Let's move on. Submission number 8 from Martin Epp, EP with 2 P's. Cold Spot, Still Alone. Okay, camera sound probably with some kicks or triggers. Wow. Okay. Oh. Ah, blasts. Very nice and relaxed. You see super chill hand movement. It's like, you know, this kind of tentacle thing. The timing there is a little bit weird with those kicks. It's like he's giving birth, but the burst is not there. It's tight, but I'm not sure about the amount of notes he intended to play. That blast, although it's tight, it looks a little bit Parkinson's thing. More body, more body. Where's the body, buddy? Thank you very much for this submission. This was very lovely. The good stuff. Cool, groovy patterns, nice variations, bursts, double bass, a little bit of blast here and there, super smooth and relaxed, tentacle-ish hand movements. That was very good, very nice. Overall, very decent sound for camera sound or whatever that was, together with the kicks and triggers. The bad stuff. A little bit of timing issues here with the bursts. Make sure that you slow down, you pay attention to the grid, and you know exactly how many hits you're doing, how many hits you intend to do. You should not be doing one hit more or one hit less. Most of the time it's better to stay very precisely on the grid as much as you can, especially if you're playing this kind of metal music. So make sure that you practice to a metronome. If you do, awesome. Record yourself, record the kick with the trigger, with the MIDI, and see the onsets, how precise you are, and to know what you need to work on. The blast was a little bit too stiff, but it was rather short. Make sure that you relax and do this rather than this, okay? Also, don't be afraid to put a little bit more of the body into the drumming and a little bit of more energy and anger. It was very cool that you kept it super relaxed, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to beat the shit out of the drum kit. Keep working hard, keep challenging yourself, and you're gonna be good. This was nice. Submission
Number 9.
from Eduardo Perez Pinelo. And this is Über Hate, Homeostasis drum cam. Wow, triplet blast. Is the snare triggered? Or that's a snare weight? I really don't know. Not sure. Please let me know. It seems like he has a hard time reaching stuff. Everything is far, the cymbals are far. Wow, so many things going on. Oh yeah, chill. It's time to chill. Wow, do with the toms. Nice. This is cool. One-handed rolls. Yeah, back to madness. Cool. What was that? Oh yeah, this is cool. Like he's switching hands with the chinas. Cool. Oh, this is Illidan. Thank you very much for this submission. The good stuff. Jam-packed with things. A lot of patterns, a lot of stuff that's always changing, different stuff all the time here and there. A lot of stuff to memorize, so that was very, very impressive. In my opinion, rather tight and good. Technical. The blast in the beginning blasted me away. That was cool. Yeah, that's basically it. The bad stuff, nothing really bad to say here. I wish the guitars were a little bit quieter and I could hear the drums better. Maybe a couple of different camera angles, although the cameras, in my opinion, were pretty good. I think there maybe were one or two moments where certain fills had kind of hiccups, but this does look like a one-take thing, so of course, this is great for a one-take video. You play rather fast and technical stuff, so there's not much space here for any extra movement, power and aggression and juice, but maybe you could still try at least bring the drums a little bit closer so that you don't have to toss your arms too far away to reach them. Ladies and gentlemen, the grand finale, submission number 10, and this is, you are in for a treat. Chris Dovas, the gentleman who is currently the live session drummer of Vital Remains, a band some of us have heard about, of course. Great drummer, this is gonna be a blast, and of course this is De-Christianize. Oh, there's Brian. The swivel and the blasts, amazing. You see, he has like kind of a triplet impulse for the triplet blast, and the kicks in the end are a little bit like speeding up. I do something similar. This is such a great song. Double bass. Amazing. Look at that swivel. So clean. Chris is actually so fucking young. Don't recall exactly how old is he. 20 something. So fast. Much faster than what I played. Great power. He has a lot of
Swing.
in there when he plays the slow stuff. The nostalgic memories of 2016 and 17 for me. Oh, there's Helmut's skull, by the way. Very nice rolls on top of the kick. So when he's doing the snare tom roll together with the 16th note kicks, and it's very, very, very precise. It's not potato-ish at all. Whoa, that was like 4/2s. Okay, yeah, unfortunately this song is like 9 minutes. And you can really hear that the snare drum is not very highly tuned. I would go with like a super piccolo snare and try to somehow use the rebound for my fingers when I would play with Vital Remains. Not him. The snare sounds like carton box, like very low. But he does those kind of like small, short stops. It does help with the stamina. I hated this part. It was very tough to play. Very cool, but very challenging for me. I was always messing it up. Amazing. Rock and roll garbage can, as Brian says. Totally like, do this. Do the Tim Young stuff. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so the good stuff, everything. It's amazing to see how much you kicked ass, everyone's ass, and most importantly for me, my own ass. I'm blown away. Amazing swivel, amazing blasts, amazing rolls, amazing everything. Great relaxed technique for this kind of super extreme fast stuff. If you would have been auditioning for Vital Remains in 2016 when I would just like tell you, go for it, I quit. The bad stuff, nothing. I hope that you're gonna be able to grow as much as possible playing this kind of extreme stuff. It was a great lesson for me, great experience, and I would have never been where I am right now if it wasn't for shows with them. I am honestly looking forward to what the future is going to bring for you, Chris. Guys, make sure you follow this dude. He's absolutely amazing. So young and so much better than almost everybody I know at this age. Well done.
Well done.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the grand finale. We are wrapping up batch number 7. This is going to be batch number 8, the next 10 people that I'm gonna review hopefully at some point in the future. If you want to send your stuff for me to review, please make sure that you watch the rules video first, and also please don't forget to support me on my Patreon in order to help me out a little bit and make these videos more often, because I do really enjoy them and I hope you enjoy them as well. So till we meet again, take care and cheers. Bye bye.
Impressed by this precision? Me too. This is all achievable thanks to the Foot Blaster triggers. Make sure that you head to footblaster.com and use the code Eugene in order to get a discount for your next Foot Blaster trigger purchase.
Double bass. Amazing. Look at that swivel. So clean. Chris is actually so